my friends, I'm Gina, this is Lavender and Lunge. Today we're going to be going over cat-cow pose, and this is great for anyone that has any issues with your posture. So if that's you, make sure to stay to the end of the video to get all of the benefits of our cat-cow movement, or in Sanskrit Chakravakasana. The only props that you're going to need today are going to be a blanket, and we folded it up hot dog style, so you'll see why when we go into the modify section. And then you'll need 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have any yoga blocks, just grab a stack of books that kind of resemble a block. And if you haven't already and you love these videos, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And whenever you're ready, I'll see you on the mat. Okay, so we're actually gonna jump right into our tabletop. So move that blanket away if you kind of have it in your area, and we're just gonna plant those hands down onto the mat, and we are gonna come into what we call tabletop. Now we wanna have a nice neutral posture here. So making sure that our wrists are right underneath of our shoulders and our knees are gonna be right underneath of our hips. We wanna have a little bit of a bend in our elbows so that we're not hyperextending. And just drawing a nice long back here, neutral pelvis, extending the neck so that the chin comes to the chest a little bit if it's kind of up here. And whenever you're ready, we'll actually just move through those 4 movements for our cow pose. So let's practice that. We're gonna go ahead, send the pelvis up, drop the belly, chest comes forward, head and neck come up a little bit. And we'll go ahead and move back to tabletop. So now that we have those down, we're actually gonna add our breath with it. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna inhale, send the pelvis up, drop the belly, chest comes forward, head and neck come up, and exhale, back to tabletop. Now let's go into our cat pose since we feel so comfortable with our cow. With cat, we're gonna do 3 movements, which are tuck the tailbone, curve the middle back, drop the head and neck. And back to that neutral position on our tabletop. This time we're gonna add the breath, so we're gonna add an exhale as we come into our cat pose. So we're gonna exhale, tuck the pelvis, drop the head and neck, curve the middle back. And inhale back to tabletop. So now that we have breath and movement together, let's go ahead, put it all together and move into a few cat-cow movements. So we're going to find that tabletop, inhale, pelvis comes up, belly down, chest forward, head and neck come up. On your exhale, you're gonna exhale, tuck the pelvis, curve the middle back, drop the head and neck. Let's do that again. Move into your cow pose with an inhale, exhale, coming into cat pose. And so it's as easy as that. You just move in and out of those cat-cows, and you will notice a difference in your posture and how, if you're one of those people like me that kind of caves in, you'll notice that in doing those, it kind of takes that chest open a little bit, gives it a nice stretch, and it kind of helps you find out like where you are in space and how your kind of posture is being affected by that. So do this multiple times a day. I'll tell you why. Since we've gone over the how, let's go into the why. So the reason that we practice this is we want to, in our cow pose, we want to give our back a little bit of a workout. So we're activating those muscles as we stretch the abs, because the abs are dropping down. So if you've done a nice core workout or you've really worked those muscles, give your abs a nice stretch by coming into a cow pose. You're also sending the pelvis up, so you're kind of stretching those hamstrings. And then when you draw the chest forward, you're giving those chest muscles a nice little stretch, activating those upper back muscles. And then you're also just stretching those muscles in the front of our neck. Now take the opposite, which is our cat pose. When you come into cat, you're tucking the tailbone, so you're stretching that middle back. Then you're also stretching that thoracic region, which is our middle back. And then finally stretching that middle or that neck area. So that's a great stretch. You're also, as you're doing that, you're having to activate the core in order to be able to stretch that middle back. And it's a wonderful opportunity to stretch and strengthen all of those muscle groups that I just mentioned. So now that we've gone over the how and the why, let's talk about how we modify. If you are somebody that struggles with a wrist injury or a knee injury, hang tight. We're gonna go over how you can do cat-cow without tabletop. But if you're somebody that just has sensitivity with wrist or knee, this is what you're gonna wanna do. Take that hot dog style blanket, place it at the front of your mat. We're gonna place our hands, this is for any wrist injuries, and you want your fingertips to kind of be off the mat a little bit. So we're gonna move in cat and cow, and notice your fingertips are kind of taking on more of the weight than they normally would where your wrists would be. And so we're just displacing that weight a little bit, giving our wrists a break by adding that extra cushion. Hopefully that kind of feels a little bit better for you. If not, hang tight, I have other solutions. So moving into your cat-cow here, we'll go ahead, drop the belly, pelvis comes up, inhaling, and then exhale, go ahead, tuck the tailbone, curve the middle back, drop the head and neck. And so notice how that feels on your wrist. If you love it, if it's great, and you don't have a blanket with you in your yoga class, this is a little hack that you can add. You can flip your mat so that it's doubled, and that way you have a little bit of extra cushion coming into your cat-cow. Now, anybody with knee injuries as well, or knee sensitivity, you can do this with a blanket on your knees, or you can flip your mat so that you have that double up on your knees. I learned that doubling of the mat from my teacher, and I always love to give credit where credit is due, so thank you, Ashley, for that. So we're actually going to come into an easy pose for another modification. So the best way to do that is to extend both legs out in front of you, place those palms by the hips, and you're just going to draw the knees in, crossing one leg over the other, and then let those inner arches rest on the calves. And that'll just kind of give you that, we call it in school, pretzel style seat. So the reason I told you to grab those blocks is if you find that this is actually supposed to be a gentle hip opener, but if you find it's just too intense, you can actually place those blocks by the hips. And that way you have a little bit of support versus having to kind of grin and bear it, because that's not what yoga is about. We want to always feel comfortable. And so if you have those blocks by the hips, that will kind of give you a little bit of support so that you don't have to work with gravity as your knees fall. But so kind of coming into this easy seat, what you're going to want to do is place those palms on the knees, and you can actually move into your cat-cows in easy seat or easy pose. So this is a great alternative if that tabletop is just not for you. And so we'll go ahead, we'll practice a few of those. We'll inhale as we send the belly forward, pelvis goes away from us, open that chest, drop the head and neck. And then whenever you're ready, exhale, go ahead, curve that middle back, tuck the pelvis, drop the head and neck. And it is so simple, it is so easy. You can do this at your desk if you just need to take a little break. I always tell folks that are practicing yoga, the reason that we link breath and movement together is to get our bodies out of kind of a stiff posture. And when we add breath to it, we're telling our nervous system like, hey, everything is good. We're not breathing quicker, we're not breathing slower, we're just regulating our breathing. And so that can kind of help with any anxiety or stress that you're experiencing in the moment. So I hope that you enjoyed this How I Modify for cat-cow. If you like this video and other videos, again, please make sure to subscribe, like, and then give it a comment if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer any of those questions that you have, or just talk yoga in general. So for another how-to video, please tune in next time, and I will see you all for another video. Bye.